Friends, Doc South with you, and boy, busy day at work. But eventually, as well, all things come to an end. I finally got hit the time, hit the time clock, and woo, was on my way home. Basically, heading down some very beautiful country roads, and not yeah, feeling pretty good about the work I got in. And felt like I certainly contributed to the general welfare and felt pretty good about it. And then on one of the roads, I won't say where, but on one of the roads, I went around a curve and into a straightaway, and there was an area where there was a few houses. Mostly it's a country road, but there were a few houses. And I look and I see, my God, what's going on here? And there were and from being a rescue person many years ago, I said, "Oh, geez, someone's got trouble." And you could see there were, I think, local police cars, possibly. There may have been some rain. What would you call it? Forest fire wardens, maybe. There were state police and neighbors and an ambulance, maybe an ambulance or two. There was a lot of activity all of a sudden at this house. Again, cars up and down the side of the highway, and all cars that were obviously there to help. And well, continued carefully through. Whenever you see something like that, by all means, don't just slow down a bit and go slow, because you never know if someone has run for maybe an oxygen pack. Now they run from between cars, maybe not thinking. Next, here comes a car and hits them. Now you need more ambulances. Right. The best thing to do is slow down a bit, keep your eye on the road, and if you see a chance where you can look and see if there's anything going on, fine. But you want to keep that kind of to a minimum. And then eventually I passed the scene and continued on my way. I believe I also flashed people as I continued down the road. Always good to do that, to warn people. Well, once you get much past 3 or 4 miles, you don't want to do that anymore. But if you're a mile, 2 miles away, it doesn't hurt to flash the oncoming traffic. They'll get the idea to slow down a bit. And of course, if there's any kind of emergency cars, the last thing going away from the scene, perhaps with an ambulance with patients inside, you definitely don't want to be tailgating right on their bumper just to get a glimpse of the scene, etc. Better to stay back, because if all of a sudden that ambulance has to stop, maybe there's a big emergency in the ambulance, they've got to stop, and maybe the driver has to get out and help with the patient, or go to the back and help with the patient. You don't want to be the one who runs into them. Okay. So the big thing is, look real briefly if you have to, and you should, but then always try to back off as best you can. It seems to be the best thing to do. And, it don't hurt to say a prayer for the people, and which I think is what I did. Yeah, the old standard Lord's Prayer, for right now, for those folks. I'm sure there was some kind of an emergency there. The police that were there weren't there for a picnic. There was something going on. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. So be it. It doesn't hurt if you can do it. It doesn't hurt to volunteer for many of these rescue squads or fire companies or civic organizations. They really do a good job. It's not for everyone, but you may find maybe there's some, if what they're doing is in the field is maybe too much for you. Maybe you can be a dispatcher. Maybe you can help with fundraisers. You see what I'm saying? And again, if you can help, good for you. And you'll find these people to be very nice people. For the most part, very, very nice people. And well, you'll see. You'll find them to be as likable as can be. And when the chips are down, these people know their stuff. They really do. All the time training. I'll catch you later. God bless. Bye now.